3 days from now, the weakest hunter in the tower, level 2, half-crippled, hunted by an entire guild, takes an elite squad apart with a skill everyone else threw in the trash. To understand how a dead man came back to do this, we have to go back to the morning he made himself the most hunted nobody alive. On day 1, Veyne Taylor soloed a floor guardian that should have slaughtered 100 people, and the whole tower saw it. The strongest climber who ever lived had just announced himself to the one enemy he never knew he had. And he could not stand up. Channeling power his level 2 body could not hold had burned every meridian in him. Days before he could walk. He did not have days. The guilds had seen a nobody solo a guardian. The betrayers had seen a threat. And somewhere above, the other regressor had seen everything. Sarah Veyne, the half-starved scavenger he had saved, the healer whose power had just woken for the first time, did the one thing no one expected of a nobody. She hid the legend. Everyone was hunting a forgotten room beneath the slum, off every guild's map. She got him there before the dust settled, because she had already grasped the thing the guilds had not. A hurt Veyne was worth more alive and hidden than dead and famous. Her healing was raw, new, and stronger than anything the tower had seen in 20 years. Days of recovery became hours. She did not fully understand what she was doing. Veyne did. He had watched her do it on 100 floors in a life she did not remember. He told her the truth he had been circling. He was not strong yet. His body could not survive the techniques in his head, but there was one skill, small, despised, perfect, that could carry him until it could, and she was the only person alive who could let him use it past his limit. Embermark, a floor, one starter skill so weak that every climber drops it the instant they pass the training levels. It places a single tiny ember mark. On its own, a candle burn. Worthless, but the marks stack, and they detonate. Mark a beast's joints, a wall's fault line, a man's armor, quietly, patiently, then ignite them all at once at the one point that matters. A party trick in ignorant hands. In the hands of a man who remembers every weak point in the tower. A scalpel. So while the guilds hunted a legend, the legend quietly took back the one skill no one would ever think to take from him. The crappy floor. One skill beneath everyone's notice. His again. The first brick of the second climb, but Embermark cost him 2. Every detonation strained the same broken body. Alone, he could place a handful of marks and pop them once before it dropped him. Alone. But with Sarah's hand on him, healing the strain as fast as it tore, he could cast past every limit his body had. More marks, bigger blasts. Again and again, the despised skill and the overlooked healer. Together, a weapon the tower had no answer for. She did not just keep him standing. She started to learn him and to train him. Faster casts, more marks at once. In a year, with her at his side, he would place and detonate more ember marks than anyone alive. They only had to live the year. But the Betrayer Guild had not forgotten the nobody who made a fool of their recruiter. While Veyne healed, they tore the slums apart looking for him, and a hidden man with a healer leaves a trail, if you know how to read it. They found the safe house. Of course they did. A squad of armed climbers against a half-healed man and a rookie healer. Sarah reached for him to run. Veyne did not move. "I cannot outrun them," he said, "so I will not." He had spent the last hour doing something while she healed him. He had been marking the room, every beam, every door frame, every piece of the squad's own armor as they shoved through the door. Marked, tiny, invisible, worthless, until Veyne closed his hand. The room came apart in a chain of precise ember blasts, not to kill, to collapse the entry and drop the squad in a heap, their own armor scorching at the joints. Sarah's hand on his back let him hold the cast a beat longer than his body could. He did not kill them. A pile of humiliated climbers tells a story of bad luck and a collapsed slum. A pile of corpses brings the guild's full weight. Veyne had learned, in another life, the difference between winning and being noticed, but the recruiter crawling from the rubble had felt it. The impossible surgical precision of a worthless skill. He did not understand it. He only knew the level 2 fodder was something that should not exist, and that night came the clue Veyne had been waiting for. The corrupted gate from day one, the Guardian dragged down to murder him, had a signature, a way of bending the tower's rules that only someone who remembered the future could use. He had seen that exact pattern once before, on the 100th floor, the night he died. Whoever the other regressor was, Veyne already knew them, had bled beside them, would be betrayed by them. Again, it was one of the people who threw him off the summit. One of them had taken the tower's deal too, and come back to finish what the knife started. Sarah found him in the dark, going over the same readout for the 100th time. She did not ask who he was anymore. She asked, "When do we start?" And the strongest climber the tower would ever know, hunted and half-healed on the first floor, finally had what he never had in his first life. Someone at his side who knew exactly what he was, and chose to climb anyway. Above them, on a floor no first-day climber should reach, the other regressor studied a single line of system text. A power signature recorded the day before, a worthless skill, used like a master's blade, and the smile that had watched Veyne fall once began, slowly, to fade. Veyne came back knowing every move his enemies would make. He has just learned. The board has a second player who knows them too. The climb continues.